Hi, my name is Frankie Richards and this is a Q&A about my time as a young conductor with the National Youth Choir. Okay, question number one. What is a typical day like for a young conductor with the National Youth Choir? I'm a full-time teacher, so I'm really lucky to be able to fit the scheme around my work. A typical day on the scheme would be attending choir rehearsals, checking out the music that we're going to do for an upcoming spring or summer course. Right now we're prepping for the Christmas carol services and lots of different performances at this festive time of year. I'm with so many other professional artists and creators who are really open to sharing their experience. So the typical is anything but I do get to share a lot of my time making music with lots of other passionate musicians. Okay, question two. How did you become a young conductor with the National Youth Choir? I got an email about a year ago as part of their newsletter advertising this new role within the Emerging Professional Artist project of a young conductor. Myself being a really passionate choral scholar and musician, I had always dabbled in conducting whenever I could as a student. I just thought, let's go for it. I didn't really worry about not having too much podium time, too much experience. It doesn't really matter if you are a kind of consummate professional or you're just starting out as a conductor and trying your hand at something new. Question three, how do you inspire others to take part in music? Well, being a full-time teacher and a kind of arts-based practitioner, I really enjoy incorporating music and the arts in my day-to-day practice. That might be something like incorporating music into a lesson or introducing students to a range of different musical genres and styles that they might not have heard before. I believe it's not just about sharing the love of music, but also reframing the positive benefits of music within a broader community, talking to parents and caregivers, going to community centres and sharing love and health benefits of music too. Question four, what has been a highlight of your time as a young conductor so far? I mean, there are so many to choose from. I really have had the time of my life this year. Highlight for me was this summer where I got the opportunity to perform at Ely Cathedral in Cambridge with the National Youth Choir 18 to 25. This was a particularly special concert because the venue is so beautiful. We did something called choirography where we actually entered from the back of the cathedral and immersed the audience in the round with our wall of sound. That was extremely special. Not just a collaboration between the 18 to 25 choir, but also in partnership with the 9 to 15 male and non-binary choirs too. And that was a really special experience to be able to show the longevity of the National Youth Choir family, to help really encourage the next generation of musicians to keep on creating music because they could see themselves embodied in the older members of the choir. Now to open out to some typical questions I get asked. What does a conductor do? For me, conducting is really communication and teaching, sharing an idea of music and being the glue that combines lots of individuals in an ensemble together. We all have different feelings when we perform and study music, but for me, I see a conductor's role as someone being able to be the combining force. Another question I get asked a lot is how can I continue music outside of school, or say if I've left formal study and I don't have music as part of my day-to-day job. Well, there's a will, there's a way. Just looking for community choirs and often workplace choirs are really popular now. It's a great way to find fellow musicians or people who have explored music in the past and want to pick up that lovely pastime. Also, you might just use the initiative to start your own small group. It's all about community, it's all about togetherness and sharing the passion for ensemble singing or music making with as many people as you can. Another question I get asked is, what's your favourite warm-up? Mummy made me mash my M&Ms. Mummy made me mash my M&Ms.
Boom, said the cat when the cat said boom, boom, boom. Shh, cat, don't be so loud.
And then it's just that.
Yeah.
Oh, slay, thank you. One that I learned at National Youth Choir is a tongue twister of red lorry, yellow lorry. We go up the scale singing the words red lorry, yellow lorry, and then we alternate it with different emphasis on the different words. Red lorry, yellow lorry, red lorry, yellow lorry, red lorry, yellow lorry, red. And then we go back down as well. This is definitely a warm-up that gets your brain going and thinking, because you're thinking about the words and then the emphasis on the notes. So it's one of my favourite warm-ups because of how it gets your brain and your mouth into gear. Another question I get asked is, what would you say to someone thinking about applying for this scheme in future, either as a fellow or a composer or like a conductor? I would say just do it. I couldn't even imagine all the wonderful people I'd meet, all of the friends I would make, and all of the wonderful experiences that I would have this time last year when I was applying for the role. Final question, what's been your favourite piece of music to perform as part of the scheme? We have a plethora of amazing music that we get to perform from a range of genres and composers. A real highlight for me was performing and recording Word by Joanna Marshall with lyrics by Patience Agbabi. This was an amazing piece that really seamlessly tied together the percussive sounds when speaking with beautiful music dialogue. Thank you so much for coming with me to hear a bit more about my life as a National Youth Choir Young Conductor. I hope this has answered loads of questions and encouraged many more people to continue making music.